Hi, I'm Frank Crane from the Counseling Center. The unfinished man in his pain. This is a phrase from a poem that's over a century old, but I think it has a great deal of relevance to us today and always had down through the years. The poet is talking about a person in pain because they're unfinished. And what do we mean here? It means that I can't do the things I want to do because I'm not finished in my skills. I'm not finished in my strengths and my abilities and my savoir faire or whatever it might be. I can't do what I need to do because I'm not there yet. And I think everyone who is anyone who has any ambition has felt something like this. And we especially feel this way when we're young. The essence of being young is that you're not mature. You're not old yet. You don't have all the things lined up. You don't have all your ducks in a row. And so this can cause a great deal of pain. And one of the biases that feeds this pain is the belief that we do not change over time. We're going to be the way we are now forever and ever and ever. And it'll always be like this, and we'll suffer and we'll be in pain. Bad, bad, bad. It's not true, but certainly that feeling of this is forever, is part of our pain. Now, fortunately, there are ways beyond being an unfinished person. And perhaps the classic one is you want to get finished and finish. Do the work. Get out there and work really hard and accomplish what you need to accomplish in order to finish those goals and those tasks that you hope to achieve. Okay, now, how do we do this? Well, there are more and less efficient and effective ways of doing this. And one of the recent very effective ways is a little, shall we say, a trick from psychology called the future self exercise. Now, what this means is we imagine a time in the future, not too distant future, let's say 5 years from now. And as we think about this future, and we imagine in our imagination all the features of this future, and we see, oh, look at that very happy, accomplished, calm, focused, charming, interesting person there. Oh my goodness, that's me. That's my future self. And my future self is doing so well. My future self has accomplished all the things that they wanted to accomplish. Oh, this is great. Okay. So the future self exercise, of which this is an element, has two parts. The first is you go 5 years into the future and you notice all the cool things that your future self is doing so well. And you just enjoy the fact that, oh, finally, I've got it together. I can do what I wanted so much to do. Great, great. Enjoy it. But also look at it really carefully. Notice all the elements. Okay. So that's the first thing. Look at the whole situation. And then second, count up and list all of those incredibly cool things, all those skills that you've been able to master in the time from then, when you were a poor, unfinished person, to now, when you're an accomplished person. In other words, that period when you went from the pain to the gain. What are the skills that enable you to do that in your beautiful future self, future life? So, you imagine all the joy of being there. You imagine in detail all the wonderful skills and accomplishments that got you there. So one of the things you might actually consider doing is interviewing your future self. And you could say, well, I know that you worried a lot about becoming an engineer. And it seems that now you're a very accomplished engineer. How did you do that? What were the steps you went through? And you wait for your future self to talk. Now, this whole business of talking to your future self, it may sound strange, but it's one of the very robust functions of the human imagination, and we can do this. So we hear from the source what went into the process of learning the skill, developing the ability, working up to the strength, and so on and so forth, in each of the areas that matter to us. Now, you can do this future self exercise in one go. You could say, get some privacy, get some notepads, maybe get a computer or a laptop or something, and in your mind, perform the exercise. Go into the future, enjoy this future, notice the skills, and then talk about the skills in the sense of interrogating how they got to be the skills they are now. Okay, so those are the two parts. Enjoy the future, see what's out there, and then ask about each of the elements. And then there's a third part which you are invited to do, which is maybe today, maybe in a small way, look at one of those skills and ask yourself, how could I make a start? How could I begin today, here, now, to do something about making that path to my future self? Now, psychologists tell us that the future self exercise helps us to maintain positive attitudes and mental set and makes us more willing to tackle new experiences. So, this is a new experience waiting for you. Why not take a shot? This is Frank Crane from the Counseling Center and talking about the future self exercise. And hopefully, we'll be talking further in the future. Thank you.